Welcome to DataScience.show, the podcast where data science meets executive leadership. We talk with top AI and analytics thought leaders about turning data into real business impact. If you're a C-level leader or data expert shaping the future, you're in the right place.
2 months ago, a retail team pushed a model that flagged high-risk refunds. It saved $600,000 in week 1, but the process still relied on a spreadsheet and 3 humans. That gap, models that look great on paper but don't change behavior, is what I call DecisionOps. I'm Mirko Peters, and on DataScience.show today, we'll map the playbook executives need to turn predictions into repeatable, auditable decisions. Welcome to DataScience.show, where data science meets leadership. Across the companies I work with, the story is familiar. Great models, clever prototypes, lots of dashboard screenshots. Then a gap where the business needs the outcome to change behavior. If you felt that friction, you're not alone. And the first response I hear is, we already have dashboards. Yes, dashboards help, but dashboards aren't a decision contract. So what is DecisionOps? Curious. Think of it like this. We stop shipping insights and start shipping decisions. A decision contract defines the trigger, the choices, the owner, and how we measure success. It's not a data pipeline. It's a product pipeline for behavior. From CTOs and heads of analytics, I hear the same failure modes. No decision contract, unclear ownership, missing instrumentation, and a mismatch between model confidence and operational risk appetite. When you hear those 4, you know work remains to be done. Start with the decision contract. Say explicitly what triggers a decision, what actions are possible, who owns the outcome, what we log, and how we measure success. A churn prevention contract might say, when a customer's churn risk exceeds 65%, surface 3 prioritized offers to the retention team in the CRM, log selected offer, time to contact, and outcome within 30 days. Measure lift versus a recent control cohort. You might say, but automating that will increase throughput only if we instrument it properly. If you automate without logging decisions, model version, overrides, and outcomes, you lose the ability to learn. Map decision flows realistically. Draw the happy path and the deviations. Where does automation apply? Where must a human decide? What needs an audit trail? Design for progressive autonomy. Recommendation, measure, then automate where controls and confidence allow. Human in the loop is a strategic lever. For high-risk decisions, keep humans while capturing structured override reasons. That data points to feature gaps, edge cases, and when to retrain or extend the model. Integration patterns matter less than 2 things, reliability and locality. Push decisions close to the business system that acts on them. If the CRM executes retention offers, embed the decision endpoint there with clear SLA. Operational vignette. For fraud detection at checkout, decisions must close in under 400 milliseconds or the customer experience breaks and conversion drops. That constraint drives architecture choices, inline decision endpoints, lightweight feature stores, and robust fallbacks. Use message-based integration for resilience and maintain a decision store as the single source of truth for inputs, model version, decision, actor, and outcome. Trade-offs are inevitable. Faster decisions reduce context but increase throughput. Slower decisions gain context but lower velocity. Tier by impact and frequency. High frequency, low impact can be automated. Low frequency, high impact needs approvals and richer evidence. Create a matrix and stick to it. If you can't measure the outcome, you can't prove value. Instrument outcomes around the decision contract. Action taken, immediate KPIs, and downstream business metrics. Prefer incremental lift over raw accuracy. Executives care about measurable business impact. Ownership kills ambiguity. Assign a decision owner, a role accountable for the contract, instrumentation, SLA, and remediation. For cross-functional decisions, nominate a business sponsor and a technical steward. Sponsor owns outcomes. Steward owns quality and scale. Governance can save or sink your program. Lightweight guardrails, model registries, version decision contracts, automated checks for fairness and safety work better than heavy committees for day-to-day operations. Reserve governance boards for escalation and high-impact policy changes. Automate gating for compliance checks. Require human review only when risk or policy thresholds are crossed. Value drift is persistent. Models that score well offline can fail in production when the decision context erodes. The antidote is closed-loop feedback. Instrument outcomes. Compare actual versus expected, and feed deviations back into feature engineering and model updates. Make outcome tracking a release criterion. Curious. What to centralize and what to federate? Centralize shared infrastructure, feature platforms, model registries, decision stores, standard logging. Federate decision contracts and product experiments so teams move fast with local context. Prioritize by expected financial impact times confidence, divided by implementation effort. Start small. 1 or 2 high-impact, high-confidence decisions. Ship quickly, instrument heavily, and use wins to expand. Early wins by trust and runway. Looking ahead 12 to 24 months, prepare for tighter regulation around automated decisions, rising expectations for explainability, and continued pressure to show measurable ROI. Architect for observability, versioning, and fast redeployment now so you can answer audits and redeploy when contexts shift. 2 practical steps to start this week. First, pick one high-impact decision and write a 1-page decision contract. Trigger, action, owner, and 3 metrics. Second, implement a minimal decision store entry for that decision. Log, model version, inputs, output, actor, and outcome. Those 2 moves alone move you from abstract models to accountable processes and create the measurement you need to scale. DecisionOps is not a project you hand to engineering and forget. It's a cross-functional program of aligned incentives, clear ownership, and continual measurement. When you treat decisions as first-class products, you stop guessing about value and start proving it. If this episode gave you at least one idea to act on, subscribe to datascience.show and share it with a colleague who owns a decision. And let's connect on LinkedIn. I'm Mirko Peters. That's the difference between models and value. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to datascience.show. If you found value in this episode, subscribe, share it with your network, and join us next time as we explore how data science drives smarter decisions and better business outcomes.